Hi friends, welcome back to our insect research. And yesterday we started researching dragonflies. Today we're going to read a little more about dragonflies. And as we do our research, we are actually going to be comparing and contrasting the two nonfiction texts we read. So yesterday we read this nonfiction text about dragonflies. Today we're going to read a different one, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's the same about the text and what's different. And when you hear a new fact that you are interested in, I want you to write it down in your yellow journal. So yesterday you didn't have to write anything. Today, I want you to write down at least one new fact that you learn about dragonflies. Okay? How many new facts? At least one that we get from the text today. So let me show you how to get into this because I am not going to read the whole text, but you are welcome to go in and listen to it. So you will click on, so here's our class code. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to click on the right side, press copy. You don't have to do that. You can actually write this down. I would write this class code down so that it's easy for you to type in. Then you'll go to click on Dragonflies. This will pop up. You will click on Read This Book on Epic. You will click under here where, actually, nope. You'll click Log In. You are a student. And then here's where you put in your class code. Oh, and I already have entered it, so mine just pops up. So if you've gotten on Epic before, it should just pop up for you. Otherwise, you can type it in here and press Go. You'll choose who you are. If for some reason your name's not on here, because I do see some friends missing, you can just press Guest, okay? I'm going to click on Harley's. And the story pops up. So now I can see the book, Speedy Dragonflies. So remember, as we listen today, you're listening for something new that the text yesterday didn't tell us. Dazzling dragonflies. Dragonflies are large insects with long, thin bodies and two pairs of wings. So we learned about that. We didn't learn about their long, thin bodies, but we did learn about that they had two pairs of wings, just like the ladybugs. People call them dragonflies because they look like flying dragons. There are about 3,000 different kinds of dragonflies. Yesterday, it told us there are about 5,000, I thought. It did. This text told us about 5,000. This one says about 3,000. So they're a little bit different. I wonder which one's newer. Their bodies can be bright colors such as emerald green, ruby red, or shiny blue. I don't think we learned about their colors, so if you wanted to write down in your yellow writing journal, you could write they can be, and you can pause the video right here and write this down. Bright colors, or you can write green, red, or blue. Let's take a look at the caption. Like all insects, dragonflies have a hard covering called an exoskeleton. The exoskeleton protects the soft inner parts of an insect's body. Built for speed. Oh, and here's a nice diagram. So it shows you back wings right there and the front wings right here. It's flying. Let's take a look at this caption. A dragonfly can fly as fast as 35 miles per hour. That's faster than a person can run. That's an interesting fact. You might want to write that. That's a new one too. You might want to write that one down. If you want to write that one down, you can press pause. Actually, I'll write it and then. So they can fly 35 miles per hour. So what I would write here, if I wanted to write that fact down, fly 35 miles per hour. Or you could say they can fly faster than a human can run. Press pause now if you want to write that fact down. All right, let's read this section. Built for speed. Think about the main topic of this section. What do you think this is about? The dragonfly is one of the fastest flyers in the insect world. Its front pair, so not only does it have the biggest eyes, we learned about the biggest eyes yesterday in the text, but this text tells us they're also the fastest flyers. So that's something you could write down. Just fastest, this word right here, flyers. You want to write that down, go ahead and press pause and write that down. Remember, you need to write down at least one interesting fact or new fact today. Its front pair of wings can move separately from the back pair. I didn't know that. So the back wings back here can actually move separately from these ones. It's kind of like how our arms move separately from our legs. By moving its wings in different ways, a dragonfly can fly forward or backward. We learned about that yesterday in the text. It told us they can also fly backwards. It can also twist and turn or even stay in the air in one place like a helicopter. Do you remember what the word was for that? We learned the word yesterday in the text. It told us the word. When they fly in the air and they stay in one place like a helicopter. It's called hover. Yes. Let's read one more page. So if you don't have a fact written down yet, you're going to want to find one on this page. This page is called Big Eyes. What do you think the main topic of this section is? Probably about the dragonfly's eyes. I see a photograph here. I see a photograph here with labels. Woo, those are some big eyes. And I see a caption, dragonflies have the largest eyes of all insects. We actually learned that yesterday. Big eyes. Dragonflies have huge eyes. Their eyes are made of thousands of tiny parts called lenses. Yesterday they told us that it could be 30,000 lenses. Each lens is like a tiny eye. All these tiny eyes work together to help the dragonfly see in every direction. So that's new. The dragonfly can see in every direction. So if you don't have a fact written down about dragonflies yet, I want you to write see in every direction. You can press pause now as you write that down if you have not written a fact yet. All right, we are going to stop there. I only got to page 8, but there are more pages where you can learn a lot of really interesting facts about dragonflies, hungry hunters, flying food. I see spikes. Ooh, this looks like an interesting page. And let me see if this can be read to you. I don't think it can be read to you, so you can either read it on your own or ask an adult to help you. But there's some interesting stuff on here. So spikes.
Damselfly.
Damselfly, and then it tells you about it. You can listen to that. Look at, oh my goodness. So if you look through here, this might be a really interesting nonfiction book to read for your parents to read to you. Growing and molting. Look at this one. Ah. Old, ooh, preparing for takeoff. Old exoskeleton. And then an adult dragonfly. I wonder if that's how it starts and then it turns into this, because preparing for takeoff maybe it's about it's growing up. All right, so today we read more information about insects and took some notes on that. And we know that nonfiction text can teach us, even though if it's about the same topic, you might learn new things. So you should have written at least one new thing you learned today, written that down. And then you will still have access to this in your assignments if you want to take a look at our old facts that we found. But tomorrow we will learn about a new insect. And today, if you'd like for part of your reading time or with an adult at night before bed, you can go into this Dragonflies article and read more about dragonflies.